Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be dissertating and talking about the ruler of the 11th house posited in the 4th house in a natal horoscope. As most of you know, the 11th house is connected with goals, aspirations, friends, groups. It could even be social activism, reform, humanitarian efforts. We look at the 4th house as connected with home, family, generally the mother, and we look at the also traditions, the roots, the end of life. Well, anyway, let me get started. The first thing is, I think one obvious conclusion one could come to is that friends can, obviously, they could play a pivotal role maybe perhaps in the family life and impact the home and family. Perhaps the home is or was a place where large groups of people would congregate for whatever reason. Friends, acquaintances, often are in the home, or very well could be in the home, where they generally would be very welcome. This could impact the home life to some degree. Perhaps this person brings somewhat of a unique, eccentric, or esoteric quality to themselves and injects that into their home and family life. Perhaps the home is something that it's equipped with a lot of electronic computer items, things that are up to date as far as modern technology goes. The modern innovations, or just a lot of like new items and gadgets, could be possibly found in this person's home. This could be something where, when you look at the 11th house, it's connected with goals and objectives, and perhaps the goals, aspirations, objectives can be connected with things that maybe perhaps even professions that are associated with the 4th house, such as real estate, something like architecture, home remodeling, renovation, construction, something connected with the home. Perhaps the aspirations that are tied into the home. Maybe this person pursues goals and aspirations online. Look at this position, and the 11th house being the fact that it is connected with social reform and advocacy. Perhaps this is something that is talked about at home. Perhaps it affects maybe even the relationship with one or more home and family members. Maybe there's certain agreement on these issues which brings the people together, or maybe in some isolated cases there might be some discrepancies on viewpoints regarding this, and thus pushing or rebuffing maybe one or more family members in some cases. This could be something where this person attains their goals and objectives closer to the end of life, or this could be somebody that maybe reached a lot of their goals and aspirations earlier in their life, but is still pursuing them with much persistence and effort toward the latter half of their life and toward the end of their life. Friends and acquaintances, groups may strongly, they may play an integral role in this person toward the latter part of their life. Friends and acquaintances may play a role in the traditions that this person has. We look at this 11th house, we could connect it with things of a humanitarian nature. This person might bring these qualities into their home, and this could be somebody that is just shows their benevolent, charitable side, and wanting to help out around the house, and brings that humanitarian quality into their home and family life. This could be a position where we look at the 11th house, and we see it where that the 11th house corresponds with Aquarius. So it could be something where maybe this person brings this inventive quality, could be with them. This eccentric way about them could very well be carried way perhaps others can see this in them toward the end of life, and into their home, into things, into their perhaps into their traditions. It can be something where maybe this is something where a person has interest in some esoteric subject and carries this into toward the end, the latter part of their existence. This could be, we could see this as a person that carries on with their perhaps humanitarian efforts toward well into the end of the person's life. Well, anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for the ruler of the 11th house posited in the 4th house in the natal horoscope. Stay tuned next time, where I'll be dissertating and talking about the ruler of the 11th house in the 5th house in the natal chart. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel, but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis on a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because a person astrologically is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.